Ever wonder what a $45,000 golf cart looks like? Today you're going to find out.
GolfCartingTV is your inside source for the coolest upgrades, mods, and accessories to take your trusty golf cart from drab to fab.
Hey, and welcome back to Golf Karting TV. My name is Matt with Converted Carts, and we're thrilled to have you back for another episode. Today we're going to go back to a classic, one of our very first video interviews that we had when we first started the show, but it's one of my favorite and certainly one of the coolest carts that we had on the show. But first, let's say thank you to our sponsor, Bolt Energy. Bolt is the maker of high-quality lithium golf cart batteries. You've got to experience the power of lithium batteries from Bolt Energy. BoltEnergyUSA.com. So this cart is, like I said, it's a classic video from about a year ago, a little over a year ago. But it is top of the line. We're talking over 40 grand in value in this cart, $45,000, I think. And it's a club car Onward that's been totally tricked out with everything you can possibly imagine. It comes from BA carts, which we've had on here a couple times before as well. But let's jump in and take a look at this amazing $40,000 plus golf cart. Welcome, Sloan. Why don't you give us a little bit about who you are and what you're doing here and why anybody should care?
Yeah, my name is Sloan Whitaker, and I run and own BA carts with my father. You are in the golf cart space. You've probably seen my face a ton, and I've never seen my dad's face because he hates being on camera. So, but yeah, we're a 30-year-old audio video business, and my dad started, just to make the story short, my dad kind of fell into the golf cart thing just for fun with a friend about 8 years ago now, maybe 9 years ago now, I think, and just dabbled with the golf cart thing. I was coming home every once in a while from college or from Columbus, Ohio, kind of tinkering with them and messing around with them too. And then I moved home right around the perfect timing where golf carts were officially made legal on the roads, like in Ohio and other states. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we have just done what we can do. We already had a lot of guys working for Custom Audio Concepts, my dad's audio video business. Half our guys were audio mechanics and side mechanics and just handy people. So getting into the golf cart thing just kind of, it went really well together and meshed really well together.
All right, Sloan. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this one-of-a-kind cart that you've got here? We're excited to see what you got. I can see it flashing in the background, so I already know it's going to be exciting.
Well, I'll tell you where my priorities are at, because you must be more important to me than my website, because I haven't even taken pictures or videos for my own website yet for this car. It's not even listed on my website for sale yet. So I've just been too busy for it. So every year we build high-end crazy carts to take to trade shows, to show what we can do, to kind of grab attention at trade shows and all that kind of stuff. And this is the product of that. This is called we called it the Grand Touring Special Edition. So it's a 6-passenger club car Onward gas. And we added equivalently $25,000 worth of labor and work to it. And so it's about 45 grand, and got one of the best sound systems in the country as far as golf carts go. And so I'll just start down with the rims. The rims are mods. These new 10-inch wide rims are from mods. They're so sweet. And as soon as I saw those come out, I was like, man, I know we got to use some of these 10-inch wide rims on the build. So, and I wanted to get something kind of different looking than we normally build. We're normally build kind of dark looking carts, black, stuff like that. And I just wanted to change it totally. I kind of had like the inspiration for like it's one of the Corvettes. It's like white outside and red in the interior. So that's what I was kind of focusing on with this. So, 6-passenger, obviously, and then everything's custom painted. So we got a painter here in Van Wert that does amazing work. And we always had a hard time finding someone that could actually paint all the plastic and be prone to abuse, not flake and all that kind of stuff. So, but that with having a painter now being able to paint stuff, that added a whole crazy appeal to the cart, and being able to do all the colors and all the cart in one color. So the body is we call this Snowstorm White. Club Car had a famous special edition that was called Snowstorm. So this is like that pearl snowstorm color. So you got the Snowstorm White. Nick, you can throw the stuff when I'm talking about it if you want to. And then obviously all the plastic is painted. And I even had our painter go as far as painting the double take dash as well, which again, you wouldn't even notice it when you're looking at it. You think it came white, but that's all custom painted as well. And then I'll take you to the other side and I'll show you guys the touchscreen. So this is one of our staples. This is one of our staples that we do at BA Karts. We mount a Stinger heightened touchscreen, 10-inch touchscreen into the overhead console. This is a Club Car overhead console that we buy just the parts for, and then we assemble it, making it look OEM essentially. A lot of people think, I mean, thousands of people see this a month on our content and stuff like that, and people think this is like an OEM option that Club Car offers, because they do offer the Connect screen, which is for golfing, but this is totally up to us. We make our own harnesses and wire all the wirings through the struts. And this has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It has a backup camera. It has Bluetooth. It's right now we're on Apple Car or Android Auto right now, so it has the maps and all that kind of stuff. It's got an awesome EQ and all kinds of audio settings. And yeah, it's a pricey option, but this is one of our staples of what we do, because it's really easy to use. Instead of worrying about bending down the dash to use a head unit, now you got this right above your head, and it's just awesome. It's cool and it's easy to use. So then the amp and all that is in the dash, and that's powering the speakers. So that's hidden all back there. Then you've got Hertz HMX speakers. These are coming onto the scene pretty hard now in like the boat world. They most people see like JL Audio or Kicker, but these are, in my opinion, like the best marine speakers out there right now. They sounded crazy clean, crazy good. And then back here, we've got Hertz HMXs as well. These are 8-inch speakers, and this is our waterproof enclosure. So this is a full enclosed box that we flush mount into the tub of the Onward. And thankfully, our coating we use, they offer it in white as well, so it makes everything match in there too. And then back here, we've got our stealth sub. And I'm going to turn off these rear LEDs because you might not even be able to see it, but you might. This is called our stealth sub. So that is a JL Audio 10TW3 sub that's mounted in there, firing towards the cart. So that drops right in where the cooler should go. And so you pull the cooler out. There's 2 wires running to the amp. You plug it into the sub real fast and drop it in. And yeah, it's the best sounding drop-in sub you can buy for a golf cart right now. We only make them for Club Car Onwards, but it's ridiculous. We get constant complaints from campground owners and other people because customers will buy our carts with this system and wake everybody up in the neighborhood or in the campground. And yeah, I'll play it for you here in a bit after we're done covering all the cool stuff. But
yeah, and just so you know,
what's up?
Just so you know, you can buy that at convertedcarts.com. Just as a little plug.
Yes, you
can.
Plug
there.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, like you said, we're only making them for club cars, and you can buy it with an amp. It takes at least a 300-watt JL Audio amp to power it all. But yeah, it's like I said, it's ridiculous. I've had a lot of customers buy from us that they bought other subs that are just like made for marine use, but they weren't specifically made for like a golf cart. And how this thing is built to exact specs for this JL Audio sub. And it's ridiculous. Once people hear it, it just blows people's minds. But I'll cover the lighting now as well. So another kind of trademark that we do is the rear flush mount LEDs. So whenever anybody's ever doing the backup camera on the Stinger, it's nice to have these because you can see behind you when you're backing up at night. So, and our mantra at BA Karts is doing stuff that's functional but clean looking and not like an eyesore. So that's what's awesome about these. People don't even typically notice these are here because we flush mount them inside of the back seat. And then, as you can see in the roof, why everything's lit up is because it's another trademark of what we do is we do our own dome lights. So all these wires are ran through the track top of the roof, and you got dome lights for each passenger as you walk through the cart. And then in the front, we've got 3 LEDs. We've got an 8-inch LED light bar here inside of the brush guard. And then we've got to floodlights up here, which can be pretty bright as well. So this thing lights up the road like it's daytime at night. And then I'll take you back over here to the dash, Nick. That's all triggered by custom-made rocker switches. So this is called Rocker Switch Pro, and you literally pick what it says, the logos and all that, and you can turn it all on and off right there. Yeah, they're pretty sweet. We did the red backlighting as well to match the rest of the cart, and red switches. And then another thing that we're crazy fans of is UCU Inc.'s Sweet Seats. So these guys are out of Minnesota. We've been using these guys for like 5-6 years now. It makes some of like the highest end cushions in the game. Tons of different vinyl color options, embroidery options, and all that. This is called their the Villager Touring Edition seats. So you got the headrest and the armrest, and just nothing does a better job of making a cart look more luxurious than having seats like this, where you got the double diamond top stitching, the headrest and armrest. It makes a huge difference. And then, last but not least, we got the Extreme Mats. So these guys, Extreme Mats, came out with these 4 mats for the 6-passenger, I want to say a year ago or under a year ago. And thankfully they had them in red too, so I could make that accent the cart as well, and that helped a lot. And then you'll see steps. So those dual mounted Jake's Nerf bar steps, which looks awesome and lets people step up into the cart really easily. And then another detail was the powder coating. So you're going to see like the brush guard and the back seat and all the struts. This is called Prismatic Powder's Alien Silver. It's got a super strong metallic look to it. Fits in the sun, and it's kind of like a pearl to it, just like the paint job does. And that all has like flake in it. So it's a lot. There's a lot of detail in this cart, and yeah, it's most people tell us. What's that?
Tell me a little bit about the power system that you have in there running everything battery wise.
Oh, so I guess the one thing I didn't cover was that the amp is a JL Audio M700 by 5. And that's what powers all of this. And then, Nick, I'll take you over here under the seat over here. We put a $500 kicker battery in here that powers the whole kit. So it'll run. This system will run full go for 3 or 4 hours, no problem, without needing to charge or anything like that. So,
and that's separate from the golf cart battery itself?
No, that's the golf cart battery too.
That runs everything. So, got it.
Yep, it runs everything. And then we've got breakers. We install breakers. Actually, Nick, I'll have you come to this side. This is one thing we do. That's what I think makes us different. We don't have crappy wiring. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of feet of wiring running through this cart, and that's how clean we make everything. So you got your breakers. 1 breakers for the amp, 1 breakers for all the other accessories. So as soon as you flip those, it's going to shut everything right off. But that is just the golf cart battery itself. And yeah, it's like I said, it's a $500 battery because it's made to handle a whole charge for a long time and made to handle this crazy amp draw that all these accessories ask from the battery. So
gotcha. And I like the kind of back seat dash that you have there as well, with the little cup holders and stuff.
Yep. And as you can see there, that's all powder coated as well. And then we had the middle part painted white to match the rest of the cart. But yeah, that's one nice thing. And that's one thing that's a lot of people don't realize about the Onward 6-passenger is how much space is in here. Because a lot of other carts, you don't have this kind of leg space. I'm not super tall, but I'm 5'11", 6 foot. But I got plenty of room to sit in here. And that's one really nice thing about an Onward is how much space you have in the cart. So,
all right, Sloan, do you mind sharing a little bit about what this thing sounds like? I know you touted best sounding cart in the country. So let's see what this thing sounds like.
Absolutely.
Awesome, Sloan. That's so cool. So if you could share a little bit about how people can find you, websites, social media, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, so our website's bacarts.com, and we have, all of our work. I have a lot of information on there on options we offer. Yes, we got our inventory and all that kind of stuff on there too. But you can find a lot of our content on there as well. Then we're big on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We're very active on Facebook. We're active on all of those, so you can see all of our content on there. We show off what we build. I do a bunch of videos showing just with advice and experience and stuff like that that I've learned in the golf cart space, just trying to help average people that are shopping for a golf cart or own golf carts. So yeah, you can just search BA carts on any of those platforms, and you'll see. I know some of my handles are different on some of those, but you'll find this if you type it in. It'll be the first thing that comes up on there. So
yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And I'll just reiterate what Sloan just said. They are great at what they do, not only from the technical side, as you've obviously seen on the carts, but just content-wise. He's great at wanting to and having the desire to help, whatever, whether you're going to buy a cart from him or not. He offers some really good content. So cheers to that, Sloan. Appreciate that. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Sloan. Really appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So the reason I brought this back, I hope you can tell why. It was an amazing cart. I mean, they did some fantastic stuff, especially when it gets into some of the stereo working. I know you can't quite feel the full experience when you're just listening to it through the internet, but hopefully you can imagine the sound that it was making coming out of those speakers. Pretty sweet. Hope you loved it, and we hope to see you back here next week. Every Wednesday at noon, we drop a new episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you here again next week.